Cheers. This is not a video showing you anything, unfortunately, at this moment. Although maybe later on in the video I will actually do that. It's kind of a double test for me for my new camera and my new microphone, and hopefully it's working okay. It may not be perfect, but I want to try and use it more because it's easier, it's a nice camera. That aside, when you are restoring a car, such as I am with the Mark II behind me, my beautiful baby, you don't realise, or maybe you do, but I can't say I did, how many silly little jobs there are. Now, at the moment in my ultrasonic cleaner, I have all the door locks, and this is the outer part of the door lock that needs cleaning. Now, they're not being replaced, they are just, they've been there since 1964. So, they got grease in them, they got grit in them, they got all sorts of crap. One of them I must admit, I had already taken off and cleaned it up and put it in, but then I thought, well, I'm putting in the ultrasonic cleaner anyway, so I'll do the whole lot. I've discovered some little pieces of aluminium, which I have showed you, and I will show you again later on in this video, that, I mean, in all honesty, I'm not quite sure why they're there, but they are there. And so, they were there originally, I want to put them back there. They need to be stripped of their paint, cleaned, and then repainted or polished. I still haven't decided which. It's just that there are a lot of little silly jobs that need doing. You buy lots of new shit, of course you do. But then, okay, my overdrive switch that I did, which I'm not even going to use. I had to take it apart, clean it, take the bracket off of it, sandblast it, and powder coat it. Well, did I have to do that? Well, I guess, sorry, there's a plane over. I guess I could have said no, but that's not how I do shit. And if you're restoring a car, you do it properly. Oh, I could have left it and said, oh, that switch has got patina. Bugger off. That just means I'm being lazy and can't be bothered to do the job properly. Now, as my friend, Classic Dave, as I like to call him, in Austria, he did a recent rant, and patina was one of the words that he said, oh, come on, guys. To me, patina means you're too lazy to restore it properly. There are very few exceptions to that, in my mind. I mean, if you get a rat rod, sure, that's, well, it's not patina, is it? It's rust. And that's fine, that's a whole different class. But, I mean, my my Dodge truck that's behind the camera has peeling paint because of the Arizona sunshine. Well, I could say that's patina. Hey, yeah, my truck's got patina, it shows its history. Bollocks. It shows that the paint is peeling and needs to be redone. That's what it shows. But as it's my work truck, I probably won't ever do it. Or maybe one day when I'm bored, I might do it. I'm sorry, guys, but this patina thing is a new thing in the classic car industry, and the word is overused and is irrelevant. My MKII, again, which is next to the camera, is also beginning to suffer from the Arizona rash, which means the clear coat is peeling. Yeah, I could leave it and say, yeah, it's patina. Hey, look, here's my MKII with patina. to me, my XK8 has some crappy paintwork. And calling it patina doesn't make it any better. I look at it and go, shit, I got to deal with that, which I will, because I like shiny paintwork. However, back to the Mark II. Ridiculous little things like the handbrake cables. They're steel cables. They got surface rust. Do you want to buy new ones? No, I don't think that's a good idea. So I take them and I'll sandblast them. Then I decide that, well, I don't want them to go rusty again, so I have to powder coat them. All of this takes time. I mean, you can take the cable and let's say it takes you, I don't know, 30 minutes to degrease it. Well, once you've degreased it, then you need to prep it ready for powder coating. So you sandblast it. Now, sandblasting a cable takes time, and you need to make sure you get it clean before powder coating. So you do that. Now, let's say sandblasting takes another hour. Once you've sandblasted it, then you need to clean it off, ready for the powder coat. So you spray it with whatever you think is appropriate. Sorry about that. And I use brake cleaner. There goes another 15 minutes, making sure it's clean and then letting it dry. Okay, so now you want to powder coat it. All right, so you put it in your powder coating booth and you spray it, and that takes another 10 or 15 minutes. Meanwhile, you've put on the oven ready to bake it. Baking it takes another 15 to 20 minutes. You have spent a lot of time just making a rusty cable look nice in your Classic. Nobody's going to see it because it's underneath the car. Little jobs like that, like the locks that I am dealing with, like the handbrake cables, geez, what other things? Oh, a bracket, a stupid little thing like a bracket that holds, I don't know, let's say it holds the horns. It holds the brake fluid reservoir. It holds whatever. Each of those can take a couple of hours to get to where you want them. So when you're doing a car restoration, it takes a lot of time. Now, when it's me, I'm retired, so it's no big deal. But I'm kind of following this up from a Dan Short video of Phantom Works that I've watched. Well, in fact, I watch a number of his videos. How people have unrealistic ideas of how much it costs to restore a car. Let's face it, we all know if we have half a brain cell that we will never recoup the money we've put into it or make a profit. That's not why we do it. It sure as hell isn't why I've done my beautiful Mark II. I've done it because it has a sentimental value to me. Not this particular car, but the Mark II. And those of you that follow my channel know full well why that has significance to me personally. But it doesn't matter what it is. I mean, I've done various cars that didn't have the same significance as this one. But you will spend an inordinate amount of time making it how you want it. And because I'm doing certain modifications on this, then that takes even more time. But getting back to the Dan Short thing, where people call him up and say, you know, I want you to restore my Mustang for $20,000, get lost. You know, you can't even do the body for that. The body work on this cost me between $30,000 and $40,000. Granted, $10,000 of that was wasted on an arsehole, But that's what happens. Then I took it to a proper shop, and it cost me $30,000 to get it where it is now, which was basically painted. Now they did do more than just paint it. They got gaps and shit like that. But that's all they did for me, and that's all I wanted them to do. But you cannot take your classic car to a shop and expect them to restore it for $25,000. Let's go for a few basic numbers here. So let's say $30,000 on the bodywork, okay? Then I purchased the interior, which I'm going to fit. That cost me another $8 grand. I bought a different gearbox because that was what I wanted. Cost me another $6 grand. I bought wheels and tires. That was 2,000. Let's say 3,000 to be fair. That's just for wheels and tires, and having them fitted. I don't have the equipment to have them fitted, do I? Geez, no. Wiring harness, $1,000. It's ridiculous. I mean, I have not yet, the bumpers. This one's been re-chromed previously, but not very good. The back one hasn't. I have a friend, contact, who has got some NOS bumpers. I don't know what they would cost me. I purchased a grill from him, the front grill here. He sold it to me for $600. It was probably worth double that, probably $1,200. And that wasn't having it re-chromed because it was an NOS piece. The engine, I've rebuilt all of that with the exception of the machining of the cylinder head. But that cost me $1,200. God knows how much I put into the engine itself with parts. And don't forget, this is not including labour. I'm free to me. So when you're restoring a car, do be realistic about it. Do understand that it is going to cost you a fortune. So you must really want to do it. And if you pick up a number in your head, then quadruple it. And you might be close to how much it's going to cost you, if you're lucky. Sorry, this was kind of a strange video, but it was something I wanted to do, something I wanted to say. I hope that you people have enjoyed the video. It's nothing fantastic. It's maybe I'm teaching my granny to suck eggs. Look it up. It's not shit you don't know. Who knows? So do bear that in mind if you take your car to a shop and you want them to restore it for you, because perhaps you can't do it, but you've got a big fat checkbook and you will need it. Do bear that in mind. You are going to need to spend a lot of money, or if, like me, you're doing it all yourself, you're going to have to spend a lot of time and a lot of money, and you will still have to take certain things to shops. I don't have a lathe or a milling machine or a booth where I can paint my car. Am I capable of doing it? Probably, yes. But I'm not going to buy those machines just to do my one car. It's just not practical. So you're going to have to farm shit out. What else is it? There was something else I looked at the other day. Oh, the clock in the Speedo. Mine needs rebuilding. I can buy the kit for about $100. Fuel pump needs rebuilding. Another $100. And this is buying the kit, and I do the work. Crap. And there are so many. There are many more things that I could mention if I could remember them. That just suddenly cost you a lot of money. Oh, my steering box. Here's one more. One more before I go. I had the steering box rebuilt. I mean, I tried to do it, but I don't have the equipment. So my steering box rebuilt. $500. it soon adds up. One day I will add up all the receipts I've got. I will probably poop my pants with the amount it cost and for what the amount that this baby is worth. Let's be generous and say at the end of the day, when this is done, I get $100,000 for it. I'll lay odds I spent double, if not treble that, doing it, and again, that does not include my labour. Bear that in mind when you are deciding to restore your cars. We do it for love, not for money. Now get out in the garage and do some shit.